It's really hard to imagine your life one way and just think it's set. And then when that goes away, kind of feeling like, who am I? In some of the relationships that I've had in the past, I only know myself with another person. And that's not a good place to be in, because when that person's gone, then you're left with, well, I don't even know who I am. I'm Hannah Brown, and today I'm unfiltered. But I'm usually always unfiltered. Oh, hi. I've always been long-winded. I don't know if I can tell myself in, I don't know if I can describe myself in just a few words. I think I am complicated. Definitely been a mama's girl forever. And so the first time I recognized beauty was, I think, just watching my mom get ready. And I think my mom is so beautiful. She has the prettiest blue eyes, and was really excited whenever I had recitals when I was younger to be able to put on some makeup and feel confident. I guess makeup for me when I was younger was correlated to like performing and being on stage. Sometimes I've let it dissipate in my life, but obviously now I get to perform and be myself for everybody. My mom would always get so mad at me if I didn't have color on my lips, and I used to think it was so annoying, but mascara and lip gloss, you gotta have it. Or just own the troll that you are. Trolling, I have a different definition of what trolling is. Now I understand, like, internet trolls, like the mean people that just, the Facebook moms that hate me, like, y'all are trolls. But when I say I'm a troll or I'm trolling, it's when I look not my best. When my hair hasn't been washed in a few days, or I just washed it but let it air dry, and then my face is all just freaked up. That's me basically every day, trolling. They see me trolling, they hate it. I'm not a songwriter, and I'm done with songwriters.
We always knew it's me and you.
My mom says I was a really good baby, actually, that she could keep me in the stroller and she could go shopping, and I was very content. I loved dressing up. I loved putting on shows. I loved watching Oprah and Ellen. I would use my hairbrush and be a host as well. I've always struggled with this. I think I love to perform, and I like showcasing, like, oh, look what I did, and here I am. But then I also can, like, retract and be very shy and uncomfortable. I'm actually very introverted. I grew up in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I lived in the same house my entire life. I was hard on myself at a young age. And I think maybe I was because my mom was gorgeous. I watched her sometimes be critical of herself, and I thought she was my life-size Barbie. And I think then from there, I started seeing other women kind of pick at themselves. So then I started looking at myself. I can remember being like 5 years old and looking in my American Girl magazines with the dolls, with the girls, or my Limited 2, that was during my time, and thinking I didn't look like them. Like, I was a little chubbier. I just was so self-conscious as a little girl. Those insecurities have carried on as I got older. I did pageants, so I got pretty good at putting these on. I saw a pamphlet at my school in the counselor's office for Miss Alabama's Outstanding Teen, and I had always watched the Miss USA, the Miss America pageants, and would put on my mom's heels and walk around, but I'd never done a pageant. And I brought the pamphlet home and was like, Mom, look at this. Like, it's about scholarship, and you can get money for your school and have a talent. And I was all about it, but my mom still wasn't so sure. But then my aunt actually had me for a weekend, and I won the pageant. She got me ready and I won. And so it kind of just started from there. And I saw pageants as a way to be a role model. I think that was always very important to me, to live my life by like a certain way that I was proud of. I think being in pageantry was very beneficial for me and did shape and mold me in a lot of positive ways. But I lost myself a lot in it. You know, you're putting yourself out there to be judged by 4 random people who don't know your heart, who could be having an off day. They might just not like blondes. And it's very hard not to start questioning what's wrong with you, and started looking to my left and to my right and listening to what people were saying that I should do. Oh, your hair should be blonder. Oh, like you look great, but maybe if you like lost 5 pounds really quick, you'd look better. A lot of those comments really started to make me question who I was. I took a break. I got really honest with myself about, oh wait, I'm not happy. And nobody's really asked me if I was happy. They just saw I had a smile on my face. Tackling the conversations of mental health and using that as my platform to be a voice of, hey, it's okay to not be okay. That was really powerful for me, and I think that's when it all changed.
West Alabama, Hannah Brown!
And I did become Miss Alabama USA because I was so candid about where my life had gone, where I'd been, where I am now. And the judges that allowed me to start this journey, I feel like it started there. It's so wild how all this started for me and how I actually became a contestant on The Bachelor. I feel like my friends always joked with me about like, oh my God, you need to like have your own reality TV show because you're just crazy. But not crazy, like fun, crazy fun. I got randomly nominated for The Bachelor. Kind of just went through it very blindly of like, this is hilarious. Sure, why not? And well, it wasn't a joke. And I ended up just like taking a leap of faith. I really was interested in Colton. I thought like he had his own platform and was a handsome guy and like had a lot going for him. And I'm like, I could see myself with somebody like that. So if it's Colton, I will go on the show. And then it ended up being him. So I was like, okay, I guess we're gonna do this thing. Sex is a big deal. So Colton's The Bachelor and that he's a virgin is super appealing to me. Alabama Hannah is ready for you. So interesting. Now that I have seen a lot more of the world and met so many different people, like I realize how young I am, but at the time of going on The Bachelor, being the Bachelorette, I didn't think of it as strange thinking and talking about marriage. Like all my friends are married back home, have babies. I had been in 2 serious relationships before where I really thought I'd be married by now. Now I get it that not everybody gets married as an infant, but I still do believe that I am, if it was with the right person, I'd be ready for that at this time of my life. Like I still want that. That's still a desire of my heart. I don't know. But I'm okay with being single too. I still want a guy, a man to do life with. Like that would be so fun to share that with somebody. I have finally gotten to a point where I'm okay being alone. If I keep doing my own thing and becoming my best self, I'm hoping, wishing, praying that the guy that I'm supposed to be with is doing the same thing right now, and we'll just be better for each other whenever that day happens. And wow, magic. It's not magic, it's hard work. I think a relationship, but you know what I mean. Man, this stuff is really on there. This is not the same eye makeup I had on The Bachelor this season. That's for sure.
Like, there was still, like, something when I saw you at AFR.
I think very differently now about things because I have had so many, oh my gosh, moments for everybody to watch. So I was like, you know what? For a mascara-stained face, you don't look that bad, Hannah, and they got some good lighting right now. I'm like, it looks very dramatic. Does this not look weird? Oh, that was my nose. So, like, I have had sex.
Say what?
Yeah. And Jesus still loves me. I remember being like, how am I the sex girl? I, like, didn't think I was gonna have sex before I was married. Like, I was not sexually active. I mean, I didn't have my first kiss till I was 17. Like, I really put value in my relationships and the people that I'm physical with, and thought it would be my husband. And when I lost my virginity, I thought it was going to be, of course, I thought that was going to be the guy that I was going to marry. When that relationship didn't work, I mean, I just was like, great, I'm ruined, which is so sad. It's been very hard and interesting to see how people view me. I had never been called a slut before, because hello, I wasn't. And so for the first time, for people to know who I am, to then now be calling me a slut and promiscuous was very hard. But I do think that's a big part of a relationship, and I'm for whatever makes you feel comfortable, and I just had to really own up to that. It's not that I'm not worthy now. I think it was really powerful for other girls to almost like be able to have that moment through me, even though I didn't even want to have it, like have to deal with the repercussions that I got after being honest about my sex life and standing up for myself to a man that deemed me unworthy, because I had felt that way before. And I mean, no woman should feel like her past sexual history makes them not worthy of love. I keep trying to get it all off. Date, marry, disappear with my final 3 guys. Date Tyler, marry Peter, disappear. Check.
What did you say?
You say, let's make a toast too.
Let's make a toast too.
And then
Okay.
put some words together.
I'll put a bunch of words that sound good, that are real. They're real words.
The biggest thing that I've discovered about myself now being in the spotlight is I am so much stronger than I thought I was. I was at first being on The Bachelor and seeing like critical comments of myself, it would crush me. But now hundreds, thousands of people have something negative to say about me. And I have learned that if I'm going to continue to do what I'm supposed to do and move forward, that I cannot let that faze me. And sometimes it still hurts, but I really am proud of myself. And that's cool to be able to say. Still struggle, still not perfect, far from it, but proud of this girl. I have acne. I've not always struggled. I started getting adult acne at like 23. I have never felt more like I had a mask on. Nobody could really see me because of my skin not being a true reflection of who I am. And that was really hard, and I never struggled with it before. Then at 23 being like, oh, this is what it feels like. It's really crippling. And now my face is breaking out again, but I just refuse to cover up like who I am and what I'm going through. Also, I don't try to hide it, because I think a lot of us are all in the same boat with that, and the ideals of perfection and being what beauty is not really realistic. And I think what's inside and how you feel about yourself and that confidence and vulnerability is really what makes somebody beautiful and alluring and endearing. So yeah, I have zits and it's okay. I still think that I have a lot to give.